Well, let me start by saying something that might surprise you. The first one, $100,000, is the hardest money you'll ever make. I've learned this through my own journey, from scraping together every dollar in my early programming days to building Microsoft into what it is today. That first 100,000, it's brutal. It feels impossible. You save and save, and the number barely moves. The compound interest is so small, you can hardly see it. You start wondering if you'll ever get there. But here's what I've learned over the years, from those late nights coding on a teletype model 33 at Lakeside School to managing billions. Once you get to that first 100,000, everything changes. The math starts working in your favor, compound interest becomes visible, your money starts making real money. It's like flipping a switch where your efforts multiply on their own. But it all began with that initial grind. So today I want to talk about something practical, not theory, not philosophy, but 3 concrete ways to accumulate your first $100,000 in 2 years or less. Now, I need to be honest with you. When I say easy, I don't mean effortless. I mean straightforward, simple to understand. The path is clear, but it requires work, it requires sacrifice, it requires discipline. Most people won't do what I'm about to tell you. Not because they can't, but because they won't. They'll hear this nod along and then go back to their comfortable habits, and they'll wonder why they're still broke in 2 years. But if you're different, if you're willing to be uncomfortable for 24 months, you can have $100,000, and that $100,000 will change your life. So let's get into it. The first way to accumulate $100,000 in 2 years or less, and this is the most powerful one, is to become absolutely obsessed with your savings rate. Let me break down the math for you. If you want $100,000 in 2 years, you need to save about $4,167 per month. That's almost $50,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Now, you might be thinking, Bill, I don't make enough to save that much. And maybe you're right with your current income, but here's what most people miss. Your savings rate isn't just about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. It's about being intentional with every dollar. So the first thing you need to do is figure out, can I possibly save $4,000 a month with my current income? If yes, great. If no, we'll talk about increasing income in the second method. But assuming you can, here's how you become obsessed with your savings rate. And I mean obsessed. This has to become your #1 priority for 24 months. Nothing else matters as much as hitting that $4,000 monthly savings goal. First, you track every single penny you spend. Every penny. I don't care if it's 50 cents for a candy bar. You write it down, you categorize it, you know exactly where your money goes. Most people have no idea where their money goes. They make decent money, but at the end of the month, it's gone. They couldn't tell you what they spent it on if their life depended on it. But wealthy people, we know where every dollar goes, not because we're cheap, because we're intentional. We make conscious decisions about spending instead of just letting money flow out unconsciously. So get a notebook, get an app like Mint or YNAB. You need a budget, whatever works for you, but track every expense for a month, every single one. And at the end of that month, you're going to be shocked. You're going to see how much money leaks away on things you don't even remember buying. Once you know where your money goes, you can start cutting ruthlessly. And I mean ruthlessly. For the next 24 months, your only question about any expense is this necessary to survive and function, or is this delaying my $100,000 housing? This is your biggest expense probably. Can you reduce it? Can you move to a cheaper apartment, get a roommate, move back with family temporarily? Transportation, can you sell your car and use public transit, bike, walk? If you must have a car, can you downgrade to something cheaper, older, more fuel efficient? Food. This is where most people waste enormous amounts of money. Eating out, ordering delivery, buying expensive groceries, wasting food that spoils. For 24 months, you need to eat as cheaply as possible while still being healthy. Cook everything at home, buy in bulk, eat simple meals, rice, beans, chicken, vegetables, nothing fancy, nothing expensive, no restaurants unless someone else is paying. Entertainment, this one's easy, cut it to nearly zero. Subscriptions, cancel everything that's not absolutely essential, clothing, buy nothing for 24 months unless something literally falls apart. You have enough clothes, you don't need more. And don't forget utilities, turn off lights, unplug devices, shop for cheaper internet plans. These small leaks add up. Now, I know what you're thinking, Bill. This sounds miserable. I don't want to live like that. And I get it. It's not fun, it's not comfortable, but here's the thing. It's only 24 months, 2 years, that's it. And at the end, you have $100,000. You have the foundation of wealth, and more importantly, you have momentum. You have proof that you can do hard things. You have discipline. You have habits that will serve you for the rest of your life. Most people aren't willing to be uncomfortable for 24 months. They want comfort now. They want to enjoy their money now, and that's fine. But they'll never be wealthy. They'll spend their whole lives wishing they were rich while making choices that keep them poor. So that's the first method. Become absolutely obsessed with your savings rate. Cut everything you can cut. Live like you're broke, even if you're not. Save $4,000 a month or more, and in 24 months, you'll have your $100,000. Automate it all. Set up direct deposits to your savings so you never see the money in your checking account. Now, the second way to accumulate $100,000 in 2 years, and this works even better when combined with the first method, is to dramatically increase your income through side hustles and over time. Let me be clear about something. Your job, your main job, probably won't get you to $100,000 in 2 years unless you're already making a very high salary. Even if you're making good money after taxes and basic living expenses, saving $4,000 a month is tough. So you need to make more money, a lot more money. And the fastest way to do that isn't getting a raise at your current job. It's adding income sources outside your job. Side hustles. When I was young, your options for making extra money were limited. But today, the internet has created thousands of ways to make money. And I'm not talking about get-rich-quick schemes or scams. I'm talking about legitimate ways to sell your skills and time for money. Freelancing. If you have any marketable skill, writing, graphic design, programming, bookkeeping, whatever, you can sell it on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, or let's say you can code. Even if you're not an expert, you can build simple websites for small businesses. The key is to find something you can do that people will pay for and that you can do in your spare time. It doesn't have to be glamorous. It doesn't have to be your passion. It just has to make money over time. If your job offers overtime, take every hour you can get. I know you're tired. I know you want your weekends, but this is only for 24 months. Work 60, 70 hours a week if you can. Gig economy, drive for Uber or Lyft on weekends, deliver food with DoorDash in the evenings, do TaskRabbit jobs on Saturday mornings. These apps make it easy to turn your spare time into money. Or try pet sitting on Rover or tutoring online if you have expertise. Sell stuff. Most people have thousands of dollars worth of stuff sitting around their homes that they never use. For the next month, go through everything you own. Ask yourself, have I used this in the last year? Will I use it in the next year? If the answer is no, sell it. Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Craigslist, Poshmark, Mercari. There are so many platforms for selling stuff. List everything. Price it to sell. Get that money and put it directly toward your $100,000. Now, here's what I want you to understand about this second method. Increasing your income is not optional. If you want to hit a 100,000 inches 2 years, unless you already make a very high salary, you can't get there on savings alone. You need to add income, multiple income streams, side hustles, overtime, gig work, selling stuff, whatever it takes. And yes, this means you'll be working a lot, 60, 70, maybe 80 hours a week. You'll be tired. You won't have much free time. Your social life will suffer, but it's only 24 months. Can you work hard for 24 months to set up the rest of your life? Can you sacrifice 2 years to have financial security forever? I think you can. So that's method 2. Dramatically increase your income through side hustles and extra work, stack income sources, work more hours, convert every spare hour into money. Combined with method 1, cutting your expenses ruthlessly, this is how you get to $4,000 a month in savings. High income, low expenses, massive savings rate. Now, the third way to accumulate $100,000 in 2 years, and this is crucial because the first 2 methods get you the money, but this method makes sure it actually grows to invest every single dollar immediately and aggressively. Here's what most people get wrong. They save money and then they leave it sitting in a savings account earning 1% interest, and they wonder why they're not getting ahead. But 1% doesn't keep up with inflation. You're actually losing purchasing power. So every dollar you save needs to be invested immediately, not next month, not when you have enough saved up, immediately. As soon as you get it, it goes into investments. Now, what should you invest in? For most people trying to accumulate their first $100,000 quickly, I'm going to recommend something very simple. A low-cost S&P 500 index fund, not individual stocks, not crypto, not complex strategies, just a simple index fund that tracks the 500 biggest companies in America. Why? Because it's diversified, it's low cost, it requires no expertise, and historically, it's returned about 10% per year on average. Over 2 years, you might not get exactly 10%. The market is volatile short term. You might get 15%, you might get 5%, you might even be down for a while if there's a crash. But here's the thing, you're investing consistently every month, $4,000 or more. So you're buying at different prices. Some months you buy when prices are high, some months you buy when prices are low. It averages out. This is called dollar cost averaging. If you get any windfalls during these 24 months, tax refunds, bonuses, gifts, whatever, invest all of it immediately. Every single dollar that comes into your life for 24 months has one destination, your investment account. Maximize employer matches too. If your job has a 401, contribute enough to get the full match, it's free money. So that's method 3. Invest every single dollar immediately and aggressively. Don't let money sit in savings accounts. Get it invested. All right. Let me bring this all together because this is important. You have 3 methods to accumulate $100,000 in 2 years or less. 1, become absolutely obsessed with your savings rate, cut expenses ruthlessly, live like you're broke, track every penny, save $4,000 a month or more. 2, dramatically increase your income through side hustles and overtime. Add multiple income streams, work 60, 70, 80 hours a week if necessary. Convert every spare hour into money. 3, invest every single dollar immediately and aggressively. Put in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Don't let it sit in a savings account. Make your money work for you. Now, here's the truth. Most people won't do this. They'll hear it, think it sounds too hard, and give up before they start. They'll say, I can't live that frugally, or I don't have time for a side hustle, or the stock market is too risky. And you know what? They're right. They can't because they've already decided they can't. But some of you are different. Some of you are thinking, I can do this. I can be uncomfortable for 24 months. I can work hard. I can sacrifice. And if that's you, I'm telling you right now, you will accumulate $100,000. It might take 24 months. It might take 26 or 28, but you'll get there. And when you do, everything changes, because that first 100,000 is the hardest. After that, the second 100,000 comes faster, and the third even faster. And before you know it, you're on your way to real wealth. But you have to get that first one. And that requires sacrifice. It requires discipline. It requires being different from everyone around you. 24 months of discomfort in exchange for a lifetime of financial security. That's the deal. So if you're watching this video, commit right now. Start tomorrow, cut expenses, find side hustles, invest aggressively. You've got this. Go make it happen.